All right. I know it's been about a week and a half since the last video, but I've been doing a remodel in here even further than what I've done. This entire other side is being painted and everything's tarped up and taped off, but my wife had a request, so we're doing that. These are little fancy tea jars, so they're glass, and she wants a magnetic display. Basically there's 24 of these to mount to the fridge. So I got a sheet of 1/4 inch 3-ply that's pre-sanded, and I already got my first start measurements on it and a basic plan of how this is going to go. I've already attempted it once, which is what this is, but I did the math for 20 jars and not 24 jars, so I'm restarting it all. So it's basically just a shelving unit that's really small. This is a quick trick because everything's taped off over here. My table saw is not super helpful right now because I can't put anything large through it because it'll hit the stuff on the other side. So I just got a metal ruler. It's clamped down to the wood. The wood itself is clamped to the table. There's a space right here for the cut, and this is spaced exactly so that my battery operated saw will slide along it and it will give me the perfect cut I need without any fuss. So we're gonna do that. I don't know if I've ever actually had y'all on that angle. That's funny. Alright, just getting some glasses and stuff on. And I'm trying to save this extra chunk of wood I won't need, so I'm going to stop the cut right here. There we go. So I'll zoom in on that cut for you to show how well that actually does work. Get a little dusty. I don't know if you can see my line or not. It is perfect down the whole line. And it gave me just enough room to sand off and make perfect. You just have to make sure that the spacing between here and here is right, and then clamp it down because you don't want that to move. Alright, so now we just got a couple side cuts. We're going to do this one first and get rid of the big chunk of wood I don't need. And I'm covered in sawdust. It's the only bad part about that saw. It's in my mouth. Ugh. I'm going to hold this side over here just slightly up so it doesn't bind. Because the edge of this is fairly important, I don't want it to tear. So use a pull saw, slip in. almost free. Back in that side. Board. So we just gotta make a couple more cuts on this. You can see the lines. 3 more cuts, or 2 more cuts to be exact, and then sand it down, and that is a start. Something like that. I need to see the tops and the sides. And this bad boy is pretty much done. Alright, so and a little bit of a break there. We have our shelves lined up. And they're glued down. This top board's not glued to it, it's just holding even pressure. Got 4 clamps. And in about half an hour we can take the clamps off and cut the rest of the panels out and check them on there. Alright. So we got the wood all dried, or the glue dried. So it is one shelf, or the middle shelves anyways. We're about to cut out the top and bottom out of the same material, and that's what's going to be holding. That's those guys. And then bombs out there, but there you go. So it's hard to see, but I got my lines for my cuts. I'm going to do the exact same technique for cutting these out, and that is all right. Ooh, that was sandy. So these 2 are the ones I cut. So they are the same height as this one. However, this is going to be the side, so I added just a hint where I add the thickness of the bottom board to the length of the cut. They are fairly good. They need just an edge taken off that one. So I'm gonna draw a little line of how much needs to come off. And I'll do that as these are pressed onto a bench sander. This one doesn't mean much at all. So we're going to clamp these together on a flat plane. And that'll make sure when I'm sanding these, there will be one cohesive component. That's why you wear gloves. So I didn't damage the wood, but I don't know if you can see that. It grabbed my glove, ripped right through it, but my hand is totally fine. Almost lost a finger. Yeah, ripped right through it. It just sunk under the wood. It just toop. Always wear gloves. And that would have sucked. This is 60 grit. This is not soft. Anyways. Okay, that was scary. So, just double check our fit. All right, looks good to me. Anyways, we're going to glue these panels to it. And really don't know how I'm going to clamp it, honestly. Let's paint the edge. Paint the edge. Okay. So I'm just going to do one side at a time. So you're going to hear the air compressor turn on. I can't really do anything about that, sorry. out some side panels with this nicer veneer. So we cut out our veneer strips to right here on the side. And you only go halfway up, but it looks nice. It's just so you can't come off the side easily. That's pretty much all it's there for. And we have two ways of doing this. I think I'm going to hot glue it. That should be plenty of strength for this. And it doesn't need like structure really. I can always pin nail it if it needs it later. So we're just going to move you over here. Which I've been wondering why that was doing that all day long. My tripod is backwards. It's like, why can I not get a nice straight down shot? There we go. Now you can see what I'm actually doing. Anyways, hot glue. I use Gorilla Glue. It's fairly strong. And yes, you can hot glue wood and it will hold almost as well as wood glue, believe it or not. So I'm just going to run a bead straight down. I actually just had a thought. I'm going to do both wood glue and normal glue, or hot glue. And whichever, the hot glue will dry first. But I want something strong as far as the joints, now that I think about it. So it doesn't pop off if it gets hot, because this will be in the kitchen. So the hot glue is more or less just a temporary clamp, if you will, until the wood glue sets, which doesn't take long, but longer than I want to hold it for, that's for sure. Which I'm really going back and forth in my mind on this, whether it should be entirely glued or not. Some of you are like, yes, take the time and do it. And others are probably like, who cares? I'm just going to dab it on there. I know the place I don't do it's inevitably going to fail. So I should probably just go ahead and do it. It's just, I don't have clamps wide enough for this. However, I can always just set it on it. It'll hold it just fine. Which is what I'm going to do, I think. A little bit more. There we go. So I have my piece. I'm literally just going to lift the whole thing. Just go ahead and zoom y'all out. And just even it up. So we go on the inside with the hot glue. That should hold it temporarily. All right. We'll just let that go for 30 minutes. The whole board has now been primed. Looks all nice. Backside's not, but it doesn't matter because this is going to be wall mounted. Well, fridge mounted specifically. I have 3 25-pound piece magnets with a eyelet. And we're just gonna pop these in and take a look at it. All jars fit, all 24. The sides are cut out halfway so you can grab the sides easily. The centers, and I can push the top back further if I wanted to. It should be easy to get any particular one out. I know they don't all have pretty labels, but this is all T. And it's magnetic mount to go on the side of the fridge. So we'll take a look at that. All right, so there's an issue. Oh, you can see that slowly dropping there. That's without any of the T weight on it. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. However, for right now, I guess it can live there. I mean, it is stuck, but it can slide. So I'm gonna have to figure out a solution for that. But as of right now, it does fit between here and the cabinet. That's good. The cabinet can open fully, the fridge can open fully. So it's gonna work. I just need to get some stronger magnets. But until next time, see y'all.